Hello, my name is Kayla Wittersheim, and I will be going over my topic of drug testing for welfare participants. Drugs are slowly corrupting many people's lives all around the world. I will be going into detail about drug testing welfare participants, why this should be done, as well as the states that have gone through with this action. Because those who receive assistance from the government should use it in the right way and not abuse it. After my speech, you will have more knowledge about the welfare system, as well as if participants should be drug tested or not. Let me begin by going over the 10 most popular drugs in the United States. Robert Gable, the author of Annual Causes of Death in the United States, stated each year about 2.5 million people die from drugs worldwide. He also stated in the United States, 435 people die from smoking-related causes. Alcohol kills about 85,000, illegal drugs kill about 17,000, and prescription drugs kill about 32,000 each year in the United States. The 10 most popular drugs in the United States are heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, crack cocaine, LSD, ecstasy, opium, cannabis, psychedelic mushrooms, and PCP. Now let's move on to the welfare system. Welfare assistance programs are set up for families that need money and assistance to help them during their time of need. Welfare is considered a short-term program that helps individuals become better able to support themselves. Some of the most common government assistance programs are food stamps, Medicaid, HUD housing, supplemental security income, WIC, and TANF. The following is a quote from welfareinfo.org. Programs are available to those who qualify to provide welfare help in the areas of health, housing, tax relief, and cash assistance. During the Great Depression, many families suffered. Welfareinfo.org stated 1/4 of the labor force was unemployed during the worst part of the Depression. The history of welfare began at this time. Now let's look into the United States and drug testing welfare participants. According to welfareinfo.org, welfare is considered a short-term program, which means that the head of the household is required to be working within 2 years, and families have a limit of no more than 5 years of cash assistance. The following states have passed legislation regarding drug testing or screening for public assistance and have the following rules. Utah and Arizona make candidates complete a written questionnaire screening for drug use. If they find reasonable cause, they will drug test. Just this year, Florida's rule was halted by a federal judge. Kansas and Missouri require drug testing for candidates as well as receivers who are suspected of using drugs. In Missouri, those who refuse drug tests or programs after a positive result lose their benefits for 3 years. Georgia and Oklahoma makes all candidates for TANF be drug tested for illegal drug use. Tennessee requires the department to make a plan for substance abuse testing for all candidates. Rochelle Finzel, who wrote Drug Testing and Public Assistance, stated, as of April 17, 2013, at least 29 states have proposed legislation regarding some form of drug testing on screening for public assistance. Let's continue about why we should drug test welfare participants. Drug testing is almost required for many situations, such as applying for a job, particular custody battles, receiving raises in your workforce, and those in the military. So why not individuals who don't work and need assistance? Employers drug test to avoid legal liability. Why not the government? Lisa Goern at NOLO Law for All stated, if an intoxicated employee harms someone on the job, the employer could be legally liable for those injuries. Why is this not the case with the government assistance? Stephen Yanko from the New York Times stated, supporters say the tests are needed to protect welfare and unemployment compensation funds as the nation emerges from the recession. As American citizens, there should be no question that this should be the same way with government assistance. Think about it. To get a job, your employer wants you to make sure you are clean and not using drugs. Candidates applying for welfare should be tested for the same reasons. Taxpayers are giving their hardworking money to individuals who need assistance. There should be some type of way they're reassured their money is being taken from them for good reasons. When you apply for a job and have to take a drug test and you fail, that job is no longer available to you. It should be the same situation with welfare. Lastly, the cost of a drug test in the United States is around $30. If we get candidates to pay for these drug tests, we will know that the money is coming out of their pocket. So you would think that the test would come out clean. It is a small amount for a test, but if they pass and are able to get assistance, it will help them out a lot more in the long run. Lastly, let's summarize. I have gone into detail about drug testing welfare participants, why this should be done, as well as the states that have gone through with this action, because those who receive assistance from the government should use it in the right way and not abuse it. Drugs can kill persons who don't know when to stop. By the government not drug testing, we could be responsible for giving an individual that money to end their life permanently. By drug testing, we are all reassured that they are using the money and the assistance in the right manner, as well as helping them get on their feet in the long run. Thank you for your time, and I hope you are all interested in the facts and what could possibly help our country in the long run.